Dire's ban now. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Strong into it now. In China or the Chinese region, I don't know that like in stages that actually talking about not banning him out instead of all the other regions that ban him at first phase. I believe in even with the last blade from Newbiee. It is too possible in the early game. Witch Doctor, Elder Titan, they have so much to run over Newbiee here. I'm gonna give you
Prepare for battle.
You always go with the full type, so give that one. Let's go see. Well, I just shouldn't be. It's a maybe fact, but just thought it found a fire. We've been coming this is quite a hard time for Sheffield. There's not particularly good against the Viper either, so all who's still in the lane, so
30 seconds to battle.
We're going to see the two spinning range. Nobody wants that aggressive. Goldberg to go.
For battle.
Yeah. Pretty cool looking at a button. Look at this cosmetic. One scale, that's a shame.
No. Are we going to see any rotations at the middle lane? I mean, obviously Lanham is already here, but we've got 3 heroes from Newbiee hanging out. Just let's look like Kaka's. I don't know what he's doing.
He's already swapping mates. He probably realized that he done the once to not lane against them, so just hit him all anyways, because there's not much the Lycanthrope can do early on against them. Instead they
well, Jesus. It's going off in the middle lane actually, as Lanham's taking a lot of harass damage from SDC and Disruptor here, and he is going to get super low just from that poison, just from the ticking damage there, doing crazy amounts. And Ori struggling to find a start in this middle lane, going 1-for-1 right now. So we do have the Terrorblade versus the Lycan up at top, as Fenrir comes to support his carry, and Faith coming to help out Terrorblade. But Lanham now looking to cause some mischief up at top as well, so trying to force him out and get Paparazzi a bit of a better start to this game. And I mean, this game is all about Paparazzi, isn't it?
I feel like I mean, yeah, well, you has to make sure, like in Shadow, he's makes space for Shadow Fiend. If that's not the case, he's gonna run down. And then
Ori in the middle lane, he's getting low, he's trying to throw out the razors, but the Disruptor is doing a lot of work here, but he is going to be the first one to drop, and now SCC gets the trees. They can't find the kill onto Ori now, and actually, it might be the Viper in trouble as Lanham chases him down, but there is no other support in, so it's just going to be some heavy harass. Although Astral soon, maybe? Lanham wants to... No, surely not. Oh, he eats a mango, he gets the stomp down, but in comes Disruptor. Now I think this might be enough to chase away Lanham and actually maybe get this kill, as he gets a little bit too greedy, not quite watching the respawn timer on the Disruptor there, and eventually paying the ultimate price now. Faith stealing a rune up at top.
He's just getting killed really.
Oh, top Paparazzi, that's too many stacks to handle, as Kaka is able to get a kill on the enemy carry. Yikes.
10 stacks on Sticky Navel, I haven't seen that quite often.
No,
at least not. Coming back into the lane.
True. Gotta look on the bright side. Gotta look on the bright side. Although, it's not a massive bright side, has to be said. Ori's really struggling at mid. I mean, 3 last hits on him. I mean, Paparazzi, 7 last hits compared to Kaka, who's only got 4, but still dominating the lane quite hard.
FTC just managed to deny any assault from Fiend. Actually, undenied it, but get off to us.
You can say that again. Well, he's going for the razors, but we actually have a glimpse back onto Lanham in the jungle as the Clockwork comes in to try and help out Faith, looking for Lanham here, but Lanham, he's going to make some rotations. I don't think he's too scared about this. And, oh, we actually have the Viper diving Shadow Fiend in the middle lane, and...
A little kill by SC. It wasn't easy. Level 3 and so Shadow Fiend under his own tower, killing him.
Yep, and that's the Viper effect. You let a Viper get ahead in the lane versus Shadow Fiend, then he is just going to have a horrible time. And this, honestly, Corrosive Skin does such big work versus a Shadow Fiend. I mean, he really does rely on the surprise damage of Shadow Razors, and if he can't put out, you know, if that extra magic resistance is there, it does make life pretty miserable for a Shadow Fiend at mid, and really stops him being able to get those surprise damage kills as he dive the tower.
But it negates all the bonus that he gets from multiple Razors and rotate. I think he should have paid someone to just help him out, because even if the level not certainly, but he's not even going to come desperate.
Ori's coming in, this might be a mistake. He's actually just gone for the deny. What's it going to cost him though? Oh, miss uphill from SCC, that's pretty huge. Faith hasn't given up though. Faith really wants to get a bit of cogs damage here, but no, we'll finally decide it's not quite worth it. Now, bottom lane we have the Terrorblade versus the Bat here, so we see Terrorblade Mugi sitting on 22 last hits, but also... Oh, yep, that is a dead Clockwork. We got there just in time to watch that Maldic pop him off. And that's the power of the Witch Doctor and the Elder Titan.
Yeah, just into a perfect Maldic setup, +1, +2 razors, you're pretty much dead if you catch that combo. I think this is exactly what they need to do, just constantly roam around mid lane, try to catch the supports that want to wipe even more, and maybe even try to attempt to man himself.
Oh, we have a kinetic field here. 11 able to escape, thanks to 2 points in Curse of Avernus. Not bothering with the miscall right now. Just looking to be annoying in his lane, slow down Mugi a little bit, and get that kind of speed difference going on. Now they're both still completely equal on last hits, but now with the Disruptor coming on, I think we might see Mugi getting a little bit ahead, but he's having an okay start to this game. Doing better than Paparazzi, that's for sure, but... Yeah, trying to take out SCCC. Can they do it? Not sure. Will a Maldic be enough? I don't really know with these raindrops.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah. Thank you, raindrops.
Yeah,
Yeah, they saved him. Absolutely saved him. What an item. Take note, mid players. 11 getting very low down at the bottom lane, trying to run away. I think he is going to be okay though. Thank you once again. Curse of Furnace and Phase Boots mean that he can fly away. There will be a glimpse available from the Disruptor if he wants it, but actually, I'm not sure he wants it. And gonna have to use it defensively now, and 11 is going to take that victory. And a rune. A victory rune. Sweet, sweet taste of money, XP, and zoning supports.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I mean, this is the power of people done. He can probably get everybody that is so low. So, like, maybe 1 or 2, which I didn't Viper do a good job doing that anyways.
Oh, up at top, Kaka is dropping the flames onto 11 here. One stack of sticky napalm there. I think it might more be to farm than anything. And there's the ultimate pop, but actually Fenrir is here. He's got the stun, he's got the malediction off. Kaka getting low. Is he bitten off more than he can chew here as he has done a drop to the shield, and 11 finds himself a kill up in the top lane.
Yeah, but it's super powerful in start, right? Because you wait to get your shield whatever you stand by for 1 seconds and you get 3 damage coming.
Well, Lanham rotating bottom to defend this tower from Newbiee. He's already trying to get his push on a little bit. He's got that 1 level in Conjure Image, and he's got that sweet, sweet reflection to help him if anybody jumps on him. So, yeah, he's a bit of damage to the tower, pulls a bit of pressure, forces rotations. Ori is coming in, though. If they can get the sleep here. Now, Mugi's like that. No, I smell something here. I smell you, Shadow. And Ori hanging out, but meanwhile SCCC is looking to maybe force some rotation to the middle lane now. Actually see top lane, they're trying to run down the Abaddon. 11 getting very low, his shield pops. What have you got now? He's got an ultimate for 2 seconds, it's gonna come with cooldown. Oh my god, he actually manages to get a kill. He's taking down Kaka. It's a double kill for 11. Oh, what was the timing on that borrowed time? Jeez, he got the shield off. Yeah, I know. God, but I mean, a slight element of luck perhaps there, but jeez, that gank went horribly wrong for Newbiee.
Getting back into terrible.
That rotation, yeah, did not pay off in the end. Lanham not respecting the two supports nearby, and middle lane we do see Ori. He's actually managed to pull ahead on last hits versus the Viper now, so that's something. I mean, it's jungle creep, so something to be said about that, but maybe things not going quite
he's going for the early Vladimir sort of, let's say to build consistently, have a Shadow Fiend and your like team, which buffs up the lag quite a lot.
And Paparazzi's actually just gone to jungling now, which is a pretty sad state of affairs. He's been at this a while, so he is pulling ahead on last hits, but you know, he will probably see him a little bit behind on overall net worth, and yeah.
Heavily inflated net worth already. Even okay, jungle.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe they're not willing to let Paparazzi just do his thing here. As VG bring back some old strats, but this just 1 sticky napalm is enough to scare Paparazzi away. He does have level 7, but he's not really too interested in going too crazy for kills. Just trying to create some space, walk around so you can find Lanham. Gonna be the next one to spot out the Bat Rider, who's doing a little tour of the dire side of the map, seeing what there is to see.
This is unkillable. He's going the Dominator. He just has a phenomenal amount of health already, and pretty much nobody can kill him. They have to commit at least 3 heroes to remotely bring him down. So just gonna knock them in mid lane to get some EP.
They're looking, aren't they? And Ori might be the target as they manage to get the lasso off, but the sleep is not going to be on time, and Ori actually is going to get bursted down very quickly indeed. Karkar taking a little bit of damage in the meanwhile, but not nearly enough to threaten his life here. As he gets back, 11 and Lanham rotating in these tanky 2 heroes. Not able to save Ori's life though. And this was the idea, right? Get the Abaddon in, get those orthotic shields down and try and break those lassos, but unfortunately the rotation just wasn't quick enough from 11 there, so we did see the first lasso of the game, resulting in a death for the VG mid.
A little bit out of position. I think VG is really ready to almost stack up with the lightning stroke with that and just drop and get many early.
Well, they're going to need to as we look at top as Mugi. He's popped that metamorphosis and he's got the conjure image and he has taken down this tower as quickly as possible. And yeah, I mean, he's got a catapult about to join him as well, so I'm not sure this tower really stands much of a chance. They're not rotating anybody into defenders. They're going to let him get the solo top as Ori will throw out some Sun. SCCC going on to the Abaddon here, who has no more borrowed time left. He is being chased down, and we do have the kinetic field out as well, so 11 will drop in the end. Although, I say that, he manages to get a shield off and turning it around onto SCC, and now comes in Trenmer as well. They're able to turn it onto the Viper. He does go down. Paparazzi being glimpsed quite helpfully into Faith here, as Lanham, he's trying to get a stomp, but doesn't quite manage it, and Faith will be able to block himself off with Cogs, so no kill there. But ViCi Gaming taking a little bit of a win there, as we look at that fight recap and see them doing pretty well for themselves. And also pushing hard at mid, but guess who? Up at top lane, Newbiee still going with his catapult wave, pushing down, looking at the tier 2 tower now. They are able to take the tier 1 at bottom. Yeah. And Ori at middle lane as well, also going to drop. Kaka finding yet another kill. And 11 also being sent back to base. Oh no, just a bottom lane actually. And Paparazzi will push in that tower down at bottom, but only with his walls.
Newbiee was managed to get the team complete, even with the catapult, sitting on 1/3 of its original HP, so he effectively pushed 2 towers to the top lane. Gives him space. Kaka is finished blink in 600 gold. I believe. Looking at VG, they do not do pressure on the lineup from B, but you have to rely, you can rely on to push the game, but he is fairly briefing. He's on a good network.
Yeah, I think ViCi are going to be having to look at some sort of pressure to put on Mugi here, because he's been just having too much of a free time right now. And they have been trying to force some issues. They've been trying to go bottom, trying to take some towers. They did take a good fight there, but in the end, they still lost a tier 1 and a fair amount of space to this Terrorblade. And that's what it all comes down to, you know. If you're giving the Terrorblade space, then I think Newbiee don't really care what happens. And in fact, they're drawing even on the kills. So even with the kind of later game lineup, thanks to the Kaka's amazing rotations and some sick lasses, they have been able to keep up with ViCi Gaming, and I think this is very bad for a Lycan lineup. Who is now... Yeah, he's got his Helm of the Dominator, he's got his Necro. And this is not really the timings you want on Lycan, but at least he's got the timings. And we do see action in the middle lane as they use that glimpse. Slowed this Astral Spirit right down, so no stomp available for Lanham, and I think that's what they were kind of hoping for here. Now we do see Paparazzi, he's ulted up, he's looking for something. And what's he going to find though? He comes across a catapult, which he decides to kill. Alright.
Class
ganked. Yeah, get ganked. Kaka doing a drop some fire onto 11 here. It isn't a bad enough after all, so he's not too bothered. And Stun, doing quite a lot of work here. Now the ultimate to follow through as well. They're able to take out the Disruptor, no problems at all. Viper put to sleep, and now the creep's going to wake him up. 11 just letting that ultimate pop, healing himself up a tiny bit, but it's a tier 1 they're after, and it is a tier 1 they will get, as ViCi going to back out, pull out after this one. Or maybe look for a little bit more. No, we have Ori TPing away. And guess who took top tower? Guess. It is Mugi. So even though they managed to take a tier 1, they got a... It's not worth it in my opinion. It's just not worth it. Mugi managed to get himself a tier 2 tower by himself. He pushed a bunch of creeps. He's got a Yasha in his backpack. He's heading up the net worth chart. I'm wondering how much more ViCi have to do to force Newbiee to fight them, and to actually, you know, I don't think they can give up when they take these tier 1s, and I don't think you can like an ulti like that. I think they need to find more and get more with these rotations, because right now they're staring down the barrel of Mugi right now, and that is a very scary barrel to look down indeed.
Yeah, they have to play Paparazzi's cooldown, you know, like in shapeshift, just to have a reliable initiate coming out all the time. Not the best to initiate all.
Yep, and the new cooldowns of course make those rotations a little bit more difficult with the extra 10 seconds at level 1, the extra like 15 seconds, and extra 20 seconds. So not huge, but it definitely makes a difference to VG, because they just want to have their foot on the gas the whole time. They don't want to let up on the pressure, and if you got to wait for cooldowns, you know, even 10 seconds, it makes all the difference. And that's 10 seconds which Terrorblade can use to hit his next item, turn up to the next fight, do some damage, and yeah, Manta's not going to be too far away. As
I would argue in 10 seconds the Mugi on the TV can definitely kill power in 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, no problems at all. As long as he's got Metamorphosis up. I mean, that is their cooldown, that's what they got to work around. Like, they need Metamorphosis to take towers, I think. Although even without it, it's still pretty potent. So a tier 1 gonna drop, last one of the game for ViCi, so these are their objectives. Now they're gonna have to look at tier 2s, or they're gonna have Roshan maybe. But there's a wild wing here. I'm pretty sure this is who does this belong to?
There's so many creeps in this game. I believe it's the Viper though.
Oh yeah, it's the Vipers. Okay, Helm of the Dominator on Viper. Nice. Why not?
Yeah, I'm just a build right now because the Viper really benefits of having the additional attack as well. It's a good aura of him, and he can always pick up a useful creep.
Yeah, good points. And that's going to make it very difficult, because they could maybe smoke the Lycan into Roshan and hand it solo him over a minute or so, but with this creep there's no way that's going to happen. So it is going to have to be a full commit, and I'm not sure if Newbiee would let that happen. And what's their Rosh fight like? I mean, Elder Titan is one of the kings of the Roshan pit, I mean, and he's on the side of ViCi, so there's always that to think about.
You have Clockwork. This is particularly big from inside the pit or into the pit. If it comes down to fight operation that Newbiee has an edge, they can pit people out cargo.
And you have the Disruptor as well, who is another king of the Rosh fight. But we do have a smoke out from Newbiee here. 3 of their heroes coming through. And they'll see what there is to see, but I'm sure they're looking for something with this new Blink Dagger and the Flaming Lasso, and who are they going to find? It is going to be Fenrir, although immediately saved by 11 as well. The hook shot is actually to the back of his teammate, so a couple of misplays here from Newbiee, and this fight is looking very, very awkward indeed as Kaka is spit off and just taken out by Paparazzi's creeps as the Wolf comes running into the fight to see what he can get, and it might be the Clockwork who is the next target as ViCi run through the tree line, and they are able to take him out. Looking now to Disruptor, what can he do? What can he do? If anything, the stun is not off the mark by Lanham, and actually the quick turnaround onto Abaddon, it might get him the kill. Nope, borrowed time just comes off cooldown once again, able to save him. Now moving.
And the Morph is on cooldown now. We'll get it back at 5 to 10 seconds. They can still go for something.
Yeah,
like the faster cooldown.
This was a good rotation from ViCi here. They forced a fight from Newbiee. Newbiee smoked them. I'm not sure, did they see the smoke? I can't imagine they would have, but they sensed something was happening, and they went for a fight of their own, and that works out very, very nicely for ViCi indeed.
I think what happened is that they found the Abaddon under the tower in the mid lane, but actually went for the Witch Doctor over here, and he immediately gets shielded, so the was completely... The entire power of the initiation on Newbiee was just on in the second day.
Kaka down at bottom. Ori's trying to get the kill. He gets the triple raises off. The sleep is not going to be there. Ori, can he chase? Kaka Blink is available. Will get him out of there. So that was very close indeed, in fact. A rare miss by this Elder Titan here, as they are able actually to get a return kill onto the Witch Doctor in mid. Not ideal.
Losing the Witch Doctor, well, not too big of a deal, could have been worse, but delays the pushing even more. Farming in those 20 seconds.
Yeah, and also, I mean, you got to think of the stuns as well. Like, what stuns do they have without their Witch Doctor? I mean, you got an Elder Titan, but he needs something to set up on. And with the Blink Daggers and with the high mobility on the enemy team, it's going to be difficult for them to actually push towers and threaten any sort of advancement from Newbiee without Fenrir here. So he is... Oh, we have a lasso actually. They managed to find the... who is that in the middle of all that? It is the Abaddon who is taken out very quickly indeed, and actually the hook shot forward onto the other side, but is able to force himself out. Now Ori, he's actually trying to do some damage to Fate here, but being very careful about over-committing to this one. They will be able to take out that kill. Paparazzi blinked back. Kaka looking for more. He's got his Blink Dagger, but he's a little bit cautious here. Now he gets used up Ori. He cooks up the ultimate. He drops it onto Kaka. He is going to go down like a sack of brick, but Mugi turns it around. Ori is dead. Mugi, the Terrorblade coming in, and Fenrir, he's going to be alright. He gets away just about in time, but that is the power. Oh, we actually have an ultimate from the trees from Fenrir. Zoning. Just going to zone. And,
yeah, I mean, get a clear illusion.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, illusions hit hard. You know, can't really blame for that one. But more importantly, they give information.
I think they could have turned around and Fenrir just try to ult, try to trade, but they're trying to stay super careful. They should just got annihilated and fought like a trope, had the ult made up and running all the time, and nobody had mana left, and they had to disengage, and I'm pretty sure they can be happy how they trade that invisible.
Yeah, but Mugi gets scarier every second, and after that fight as well, he did very well for himself. I mean, he got a kill, and now he's looking at a Hurricane Pike very shortly too. And I mean, what are ViCi's answers to this? What have they got?
Oh, they're the wolf. They better have a wolf that can do really well, because he's not looking to develop to be anytime soon. He's still not pretty much from his show. He was going to be himself, but he's still a long way off as well. So
Yeah.
he comes all that crucial item times and hope they don't get killed.
It's interesting because we've seen both teams being very, very careful in these fights. Neither team wants to overcommit, because what happens if you get wiped? You know, if Newbie wipe ViCi, then their Terrorblade is going to have so much space, he's going to get really far ahead, and he's just going to be impossible to take down. And same with the Viper as well. I mean, Viper's still threatening himself as well. And they're going to give away map control, which means that the Kaka gets stronger on the Batrider, and there's just so many things which go wrong if ViCi get wiped. However, if Newbie get wiped, they're going to lose a tier 2. They're probably going to lose a tier 3 even. They might even lose some shrines on top of that. That's the power of the Lycanthrope. So both teams really scared to commit to these fights, and you can see that in the team fights. You know, we haven't had a full wipe yet. We haven't had full commission, like the full commit from either team, because they're just too scared. There's too much to lose, and too much to be gained from winning the fights as well. So I would have thought ViCi might be a little bit more aggressive in trying to commit a bit more, trying to get some 5-man fights going on, but we had them, but each team does decide to back off after a while, and the chase it's kind of scary for Paparazzi to commit to, because of the Viper on their team and the Clockwork and all of these defensive heroes who can help out.
Yeah, it's just big, if not 3 big kinds I can whip already. There's 2 spell setters can trap him already, and a Lassie to versus people to just run probably, or just glimpsing back if he wants to use it defensively. So it feels like Newbie is completely off. This is why she has actually had to push. His Benefit will not carry a Terrorblade and a Viper in the late game, especially with his right on the field, because I was going to almost completely against one hero in the late game.
Yeah, true there. And we will see Mugi actually going into Roshan with SCCC here as well. And Faith just keeping guard. Now the Wolf is going to be the one to scout it out. Also a nice stomp from Time, going to slow things down, but we have the grapple. They managed to find the Lycan. This is a huge kill, and they drag him back into that Static Storm and are able to take him down. Now Clockwork once again. Hookshotting the back of his teammate, but we have a perfect glimpse onto Ori here, who will pop the BKB. He's trying to blow up the Terrorblade. Can he do it though? No, the Sunder goes off. Mugi back up to full health. Abaddon, he's got that borrowed time available. Meanwhile, Ori and SCCC are fighting up on the high ground, but now it's turning around. 11, no more borrowed time, no more life for you as he gets taken out. Oh boy, and now another glimpse. They catch out Fenrir. He's going to try and TP out of this one, and nope, not okay as the clogs bash him back, and Fenrir is taken out, and it will turn from a Roshan into a massacre for Newbie, and now they're going to claim their prize, and probably a tower or 2 in the process, and not to mention a huge gold advantage from that fight. As we see 1k going in their way. Lost 1k from ViCi, that's a net change of 1,600 gold going into Newbie's pockets, and now a Roshan, which means a little bit of extra gold, which means an Aegis, and ViCi Gaming, it was a hard loss for them. But Potter, what happened in that fight?
Pretty much, I think the dominating factor was the Lycan getting caught off guard. We had a phenomenal jump coming from Kaka already. He actually, Abaddon was quite like 200, 300 units. He just disrupted all. We became all they had and tried to force it as much. And Viper just too strong to deal with. 50 Abaddon and the Shadow Lead. He was just running and nobody could kill him.
Yeah, and the BKB didn't even do that much for the Shadow Fiend in the end. I mean, it allowed him to get his ulti up, it allowed him to at least force Terrorblade to use the Sunder here, but in the end, it wasn't enough. It wasn't nearly enough, so still struggling to find his entrance into this game. Ori just, he's had a pretty tough time of it. I mean, if we look at how many kills he actually manages to secure with this Eul's Scepter, I think maybe 1 is the answer. And that's not what you're looking for. If you pick up a Eul's, you're looking to get some kills. That's like, it's almost like a Midas in a way. It's like your way back into the game is that initiation to help you get some kills. But that's just not happening for Ori. The comeback item is not helping him come back, so...
Yeah, it feels like going from unstable to even looking arrogant by considering it up against Disrupt and Clockwork. Might not be too bad of an idea, but
yeah.
The use of like and have an ability to like up against the Clockwork and a Bad Rider, super mobile, Terrorblade So you in the fight. First case, if you run into trouble, which means you have to burn 5 spot wherever you're caught. Hope you can relate to.
Alright, well we see Abaddon sitting on his Sacred Relic right now, so we'll be going for that. Radiance isn't actually too far away from it, so 11 with a Radiance might actually help out a little bit. Dealing with those illusions, perhaps mostly the mischance, going to be pretty huge as well. And see if we've got any more items coming out. I mean, we got the Yules up coming up on Kaka soon, and actually I'm talking of Kaka, immediately with a borrowed time, 11 just breaks free and runs away, but there's a glimpse. What have you got now? What have you got now, 11? Absolutely nothing, as he is blown up by the side of Newbiee. Well, if it's not one initiation, it's the other, and he's able to break the lasso, but he's not able to break the glimpse. That is 2 fairly big spells used to take him out, though.
There's a water spell and a can't catch.
Uh-oh, he's just dropping. Will actually be forced off down to the low ground, but I'm not sure whether the Maledict will be enough to take him out. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it's looking pretty bad. He drops. And the creeps, the cleanup crew is here as well. Actually, go make it a... No, Faith is fine. Faith is fine. There's no way this mob of unruly creeps is able to take him out. And actually, SCCC, we see why he's gone for this. Oh, we actually have the drag back. Paparazzi able to escape from the kinetic field, though. And yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't actually mention before, when we see Viper with his Helm of the Dominator, it's not really for him. It's more for dealing with the Lycan. It's about stealing his creeps. And if you can get a Helm of the Dominator at the same time the Lycan gets Helm of the Dominator, and just save it to use on his creeps, and he's basically got 1 less creep. And, oh, we have the hook shot onto Paparazzi here. He's trying to break out of these cogs, but he can't quite find an escape move. And now he's thinking of turning onto Faith here, but does choose to take the blast. He runs out, but Mugi's coming in as well. He's dropping quite a lot of damage down, or he cooks up the ultimate, is able to get it off with the sleep as well, but they're running away. They don't want to get sundered, but they will get sundered all the same. And that is a danger there as Mugi is chasing down Ori. 11 coming in as well, but we've got a lot of support on the sidelines here looking onto this fight. And once again, no team wants to commit to the other. The Witch Doctor has dropped, so ViCi Gaming probably want to reset. But man, what an awkward fight. Not quite able to find the finishing kill on Mugi. And could they have killed him before he got the Sunder off in that sleep?
Dire's middle tower just got knocked down.
Okay, here they come. They get Abaddon inside the ultimate, and he is taken out very quickly, making short work of him. Paparazzi probably ulti coming in, thinking about it, getting out again, but no, he comes and Sunder is off cooldown already, apparently. And Paparazzi will be forced to make a hasty retreat, even with his BKB, and that is super annoying to pop that 10-second BKB and then immediately be sundered so that you can't even use it, because the right clicks will take you out. Jeez, what a rough game from ViCi right now.
Yeah, ViCi is falling pretty far behind, and you're up against the Terrorblade, so it's not going to get better, so they have to get really creative if they want to defeat Newbiee here. Otherwise, looking pretty grim for them. It's still a joke. He's not going to add Terrorblade, neither does the Shadow, especially not with going to the Aghanim, so what I think they hope to accomplish here is finish up the items, get Ori, and then just try to get the perfect pick off. We just lock somebody down with the Yules and get a free kill on the core. This is pretty much the only chance to win those team fights.
Well, we have SCCC looking for a play here, actually. Not sure Batrider meant to Yules himself there. Maybe looking to use that on someone else. And he just runs off. 11 hanging about. This is very aggressive from 11 right now. And we've seen him being punished for this before. But still no Radiance. Which is a shame, because it was really close to it the last time we looked, about 5 minutes ago, and uh-oh, that's another glimpse. That is another ultimate used on him. They realise how important 11 is to these team fights, so he's trying to get out of this one. The sleep is okay. In comes the Earthscaler as well. It might do a fair amount of damage here, and it might actually be the Clockwork who's going to drop first. Yes, it will, but the rest of the fight is going off, as they are able to take out the Disruptor. Mugi, though, he's got a lot of damage, and he's a big angry boy chasing away ViCi. They've got to be careful how they take this fight, but there is now 5 of them versus 2. What can they do? Mugi just playing so carefully, and actually in comes Kako as well, trying to turn this fight around. ViCi, are they backing out here? They are.
I think they want to back somebody in, or you can get off the Shadowfield ultimate, but with the BKBs running out, I doubt Newbiee will be returning into this fight.
Newbiee don't want to go back into this one, so ViCi actually letting them go. Was that the play there, Potom?
I don't feel like it was at all bad. look at ViCi, you need to push. You have your Lycan up. You just had a phenomenal team fight where you actually managed to get some pickups, even if it was only the disruptor did not work. Now you're nothing out of it. Push for the cheat too aggressively, but instead they look to just farm up their jungle, get something more out of it. I mean, your Abaddon finally fits Ravens, I believe. It's flying down the courier, so you have the core items you can play around in the team fights, but after all, it's Newbiee, it's a Terrorblade, and he's getting more and more and more. He's sitting 2k above the Shadow Fiend already in the network, and
also, like,
8k over the Abaddon.
You know, the Shadow Fiend is also a Yule Scepter Aghanim, so Shadow Fiend, so I feel like his net worth is a little bit decreased this game just because the Yules really doesn't actually add to him many stats. Other than that pickup ability, that's still like, how much gold is that? What, like 2k gold, 2.5k gold of basically stats which don't help out a Shadow Fiend. So I mean, this is just my hatred of Yule Scepter coming through, to be honest with you, but yeah, we've seen an instance where it's perhaps not so useful this game. So yeah, staring down the barrel of gun. I mean, I think that back out was actually ViCi's mistake, and they are going to find 11 here now. 11, he has of course got that borrowed time, but they are not afraid to drop everything on him once again, time and time again. They're just using it all on the Abaddon. They're even going to net him again. Absolutely everything. The kitchen sink throwing an 11 here, but they're really struggling to bring him down. Hookshot actually even committed, and that is going to miss, but they do take him down. But Jesus, what? Why are they committing so much to this Abaddon? I mean, it's been working for them, so, I mean, so obviously it's doing something, but
he's definitely the core role you have for ViCi's lineup, because he can the spell blessing, and he's probably the best target to get to caught off guard with, considering you have the disruptor running around. But it feels like you cannot accomplish anything with no paparazzi on the bottom lane. He used the shapeshift, he used everything he had just to try and bring down SDs on the Viper, but guess what? He pressed the BKB button, he pressed the TP button, and he was out of that one. And now paparazzi is just having pretty poor excuse of a push coming at bottom with only a must go into wolves, and he can't really commit to anything.
Yeah,
so it felt like they should just create a 5-man gag squad on ViCi and try to find somebody
what's he thinking about here as he does yield himself up in the air, will get slapped, and that is a lot of damage coming out from Ori, but Ori actually finds himself inside the kinetic field. And Ultimate also committed by Fenrir, thinking he could just get the cheeky kill with a couple more hits from his death ward, but it doesn't quite happen. And now Newbiee, all the illusions of the world up onto the high ground here, and that tower is dead. And they'll be happy with that one, but Paparazzi coming in the back line, he comes to BKB, Ori is here as well, he's got that Yule Scepter, will pop it on the clockwork, and surely this will be a kill for him. No, he actually gets hookshotted up, but yet finally Newbiee is able to finish the job. Sorry, Ori is able to finish the job. Newbiee being stuck in place, he's got the Sunder, he really wants to use it. Who can he find to use it? No, it actually drops. Not before the Abaddon goes down as well. Fenrir getting ulted up by SCCC. SCCC, he's got his eyes on the Fenrir, will be able to get him. Meanwhile, Ori is fighting it up with the Batrider, who's heals up into the air, but he is able to blink away, and SCCC does go down. ViCi finally able to find something this game. Ori's not done, and he is able to find Kako as well with a blink dagger of his own. Oh my god. ViCi took a fight off Newbiee Gaming, and that was not expected. That was not expected at all. And I think the most key moment of that fight was their positioning, able to stay away from the Terrorblade. Like, they only let their weak targets go close to that Terrorblade. Abaddon was like, yeah, you want to sunder me?
Completely agree. Like, this with parts pretty much. Well, he blundered a little, killing of the disruptor. He committed everything, including his BKB, just off the disruptor, and made some of the damage. So just chasing the supports to the backline gives so much space for your team to actually zone out the Terrorblade. They have pretty good kills coming to that. They have a Shocker with a good stun. They have an Elfine on the top. He has a Radiant, so he doesn't want to stay near him. So it really felt like they executed their entire team fight right for the first time in this game, and now look at the push power coming up. For him, and there's nothing they can do about it.
And that is the power of Lycanthrope, with the, of course, the presence of the Dark Lord also helping out a lot with that. And as I said before, you know, you get a 5-man wipe, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose a Rex. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose some shrines. That's the power of the Lycanthrope, and he's actually got himself a Nullifier now as well, which I really, really like against that Terrorblade. Stops him being able to Manta or Hurricane Pike, which is really, really key. I like that a lot. So
I did an extra on 11. This Abaddon is going to be a problem, I think, further in this, if he manages to find some of all, but I felt like Newbiee should definitely winning this with how much farm they have on the Terrorblade already, as well as on the Viper, but we actually should have been climbing up to the middle of us after those fight.
Yeah, well, I've been bashing him all game, but in fact, this Yield Scepter really did pay off that fight. Able to take out that Clockwork to start things off. Super, super key, and yeah, ViCi already playing an excellent Shadow Fiend in that fight for sure. So he's struggled to find his footing so far in this game, but I think he's definitely kept the farm up very well, and of course that Axe has been helping him keep that damage up with the Necro Mastery, and also keeps his Yield Scepter relevant. So yeah. Begrudgingly, the Yield Scepter is still relevant 35 minutes into the game.
Was the Yields after all? You were wrong.
I was wrong. We might have a smoke out now from Newbiee. We sure do, as their ultimates are all off cooldown once again. As are VC's though, so gotta be careful on who they go on, as SCCC pushing down the middle lane. But Abaddon is down on the bottom, so he's gonna be getting his push on a bit, and we might see a clash of teams in a minute. Actually, Abaddon's coming back for this one. Oh, it gets cancelled. Glimpsed 11. Uh-oh. The team are going to be running here, but they're not going to make it there nearly in time. In fact, no, they've given up on Abaddon. Sorry, 11. You're on your own. Denied? Wow. Sick miscoil there. Able to deny himself with that 250 damage nuke. And they're going to take a real shot. It's like, hey, kill our Abaddon. Kill it. We don't care. Can they do it in time, though? SCCC is running.
Like
Newbiee are running for this one. They want to contest this, but can they get there in time? Roshan, he's dropping, but in comes a hook shot. Can they get them? They're all inside the cog. Seems to go down to Paparazzi, picks up the Aegis. It's a huge ornament inside the pit. And Mugi just firing damage. Ori is the one to drop. Paparazzi trying to run away. They're all fucked up except for Mugi, who's BKB'd up, but he can't find the last hit. Kaka does drop. Lana being chased down. I'm not sure if he's going to survive this one, as he's glimpsed back into the clutches of Mugi here, who's doing so much damage, but they don't have any detection for him. The cask not bouncing how they want it to, but Lanham, how fast is this guy? He's got Tranquils, he's got Atos, he's going to be flying out of this one. No disruption there to stop him from TPing away, so he does actually escape. Show the fight recap, please, as we see a pretty much not a significant goal change here. I mean, a little bit of extra for ViCi there, but they were able to take Roshan, and they got that Aegis, if I'm not mistaken, onto Paparazzi. Yep, there you go. Dire and Aegis.
It means they will not be a Terrorblade right? You don't have an Aegis. If enough potential to actually just get it out on their own once, or if you manage to even trade out it's a normal because what we see Newbiee doing now, they can't just stick around. They have to defend their base because bottom lane is pushing in. They can't really go for that bottom push because they will always get stopped around this area at all, because the Lycanthrope will trade out for the mid lane. He should have no problem pushing out to 2-2 here.
That was so close to being disastrous for ViCi there. Like the hook shot into the pit, I thought it was over. SCCC, he's going to get nullified up, and that's the slows coming into play as the Centaur will stomp him down, but actually Paparazzi realizes he can't get this one. This may be a very early Aegis indeed. The SCC is still dropping. Paparazzi's going to put the ulti and clear himself out of here. How long do we have left in that? Oh, the hook shot through from Faith! What a play! And now the glimpse back as well. Paparazzi doesn't know where to run. Where do you go? Now he's no longer in Metamorphosis. The TP out will be attempted, but the immediate yield from the Batrider, and they are just going to nuke him down. No problems at all. Paparazzi, life number 1, will drop, and no one's interested. ViCi, they can't get in for this one, so unfortunately, it's going to be 2 lives, and just like that, your Aegis has disappeared. But I mean, that was never really the point, was it?
No, not really, but losing a little trip off tries to pick off a Viper, it felt fairly miserably. You don't even get any trades on the lane. I
mean, yeah, I don't think he saw this Reaver pickup, which Viper would literally just grab from the secret shop, so he like went to rip apart the Viper, which he thought he could do in like 2 seconds flat, and then realized he was kind of, you know, it was like taking...
Yeah, it also felt like he was wiping the Reaver.
It was like trying to take down the Empire State Building 1 brick at a time, you know. He would have been there all night. And we do have an ultimate now onto... Oh, guess who? It's the Abaddon. They really, really hate this guy, but it seems to be working for them so far as 11. They're going to drop everything on him. They're just going to take him out, and they've already proved that they really like killing Abaddon, and they're going to do it again. Ori in the base, actually. I'm not sure. Well, he's going to go for the kill onto Kaka here, and the hookshot will not interrupt, but that's a cheese! Was that a cheese? No, what?
That was a cheese.
Oh, okay.
That was a cheese indeed.
And Faithful jump back. I never even saw Kaka taking that cheese, but yeah. Ori getting... Well, he's in a bad place right now, and he will get taken out. So once again, ViCi Gaming going for some kills. I mean, can you tell me why he was sitting here? Obviously, pushed through the base and was looking to pressure tier 4s. I mean, that tier 2 nearly dropped, but
I'd like to give some explanation.
it's a tier 4. Anyway, we have a push on the middle lane from Newbiee now. They're actually able to take down a tier 3 of their own, and looking at Rax as well. Whilst we were trying to, well, we were still just completely stupefied by Ori's interesting guerrilla warfare tactics. But they're going to rotate in Mugi. I mean, their cores are down. Like, you know, they only have Paparazzi, who is just pop Metamorphosis, so... Rax, let's go. Let's go.
This is a free Rax coming.
Metamorphosis is used, and what can you do, ViCi? What can you do? This is why you cannot give away kills this easily.
Definitely not sitting in the enemy at this point in the game. I was a little bit of a blunder, I would say. Still have
right, we'll leave him alone now. Okay, I'm sure you recognize what I'm saying. Oh, we actually have a lasso out onto Fenrir here. They're looking to take a Witch Doctor as quickly as possible, but Fenrir able to survive quite a long time, and he pops that Glimmer Cape, able to live a little bit longer. But now comes a glimpse as well. They really want this Witch Doctor ultimate committed by the Disruptor as well, and Fenrir is just going to sit in the trees and be like, nope. Screw you guys, trying to kill me. We're going to have a Shadow Fiend back in the fight in 5 seconds. What damage can Newbiee do before they get out? Well, Paparazzi says no escape as he pops a wolf form and he's looking for more. We see the heart pickup coming out from Kaka right now. And in comes Ori. He's found himself a Clockwork. Clockwork does have hook shot, so... The Clockwork Express is ready to leave the station, should needs be, but meanwhile we actually have a play onto the Viper here as Paparazzi's trying to chase him down. Clockwork is able to survive, but SCCC is not going to be able to live this one out, as the TP's coming into middle lane, just to defend me from the creeps. And it does look to be, other than losing their Viper, a full disengage. Again, this tier 4 looking very frail, so having to TP Mugi back to defend that one.
But this was a win for them. They managed to finish up in mid-ranks after killing off the T3. They did additional almost full top as well, both and the media ranks, and only losing a Viper in this fight. I mean, ViCi could have lost the target game there with a little of the blunder coming in, but they managed to at least get Viper killed and looking for the last few midnight, if not a relaxed push on the for themselves as well.
Yeah, they're going to grab a shrine or two on the way past, you know, might as well.
Quite literally on the way, they have so much damage if it comes to pushing.
Yeah, oh, Kaka. Very quick on the shield for 11 there, and Glimmer Cape as well used. Now they do take that tower. Our shrine as well has gone down, so there's just one more structure. There's one more structure outside of the base, and ViCi are going to make their way over and kill it. Unsurprisingly.
Scarily farm TB. Going for the Bloodstone now. He almost has it well.
It's surprising though. I felt like he was doing way more in the earlier fights this game than he has been doing now. Have you been noticing that as well?
He's getting glimpsed up, he gets hook shot up, catches to drop the old house and around. And as a top one, it's just so much he has to focus so much on not running into stuff that will eventually kill him. So it feels like he's yeah, I guess they have a liking, so we can't do that kind of hero. Real impact from this game is pretty hard. I mean, he is their pushing power. He's pretty much 90, if not 100% of the pushing power if it comes to towers, with Ori being the main damage dealer. But when it comes to physical,
it's a smoke out
on the team fight.
5-man smoke from ViCi, and they're looking at SCCC here. Now he is a heart carrier. He's also got himself a Tower and a BKB, so this is not an easy kill by any stretch of the imagination, especially with Kaka waiting in the wings. And they are actually going to back out of this one. Looking at top, just seeing if they can find a Terrorblade, being cheeky. Not going to happen though. Now, who is in the 25 club? Well, at the moment it's just the Shadow Fiend. It's going to be interesting. Has he gone for the cooldown reduction? He has. He's gone for the cooldown reduction.
Yeah, that is fairly common if you see that build, just because it gives you don't have to go for big items with that.
Oh, they've caught the Bat Rider, and they don't really have enough follow-up though. So especially with that haste rune as well.
It's gonna go back in.
Yeah, why not? Unobstructed vision. Looking at 11. No, he's Glimmer Caped up, and actually now comes a Nullifier onto Kaka here, keeping him slowed down with all those creeps, and they do take him out, no problems at all. Fair, they pop in the ultimate even. not doing a whole lot to Newbiee, but SECC caught inside the Earth Splitter there. He's taking a lot of damage right now. Can they take out the Viper? That is the question. They will be able to bring it down. It's double kill for Fenrir of all people. Now Newbie's still in the middle of it all. He's got Thunder available. Will be able to use it, but no! Oh my god, they get up just in time, and Newbiee goes down to 11 in the end. Meanwhile, we have Ori cleaning up on the backlines. He's able to take out 2, but what the actual hell was that Lotus Orb?
That was the most perfect timing on the Lotus Orb I've seen all day.
When did that arise?
That was...
When did that get there? How did...
He just got it just before the fight, and he pretty much used it on the other in the moment he got sundered up.
Well, 11 make him a clutch player to completely change that, because they wouldn't have been able to get that kill.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was an incredible play. But here we go, pushing onto the high ground. They've got the Lycan Wolves. They've got all of the menagerie of paparazzi coming through. Viper being chased away by the Nullifier, but it is going to be the second racks for ViCi Gaming right now, going their way. And Newbiee, well, 11 actually sticking around, maybe a little bit too long here. The rest of the team are completely gone. Fenrir is still hanging out. May regret it. No. Oh, able to dodge the stomp. Oh, sorry, what was that stomp?
Yeah, it was zoning stomp, yeah.
Zoning stomp. Zoning stomp.
Still dodged it though, so...
Yeah, still dodged it, yeah. I'm not wrong, I'm just... not right either.
Right, third ratio is available if they want to, and the refresher shot is looking really juicy for the Terror Blade. Pretty sure Mugi wants all of the items in the pit. But...
I don't know, Kaka might fancy himself a little double lasso action.
No, this is the full Terror Blade. You just go 2 Terror Blades with a cheese and refresher orb, but less are coming.
Oh, they're managing to find Fenrir here, and that is a nice little pickup for them, and he goes down like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, that's their entry kill for the Rage Quit if they want to. If they don't want to choose to push with no Rage
yeah, Mookie's running in.
There's still that pesky T2 sitting at the bot lane, so... Talking about the bot lane, guess who has a DD, guess who's pushing? It's Paparazzi. If they leave him unattended on the bottom lane for too long, he might be able to kill off a T2 and even the mid racks. If not just all racks.
Oh yeah, I guess there is one rack available. That might be a tempting option for him. But yep, Roshan not going to be too much of an issue. And who's it going to go to? Pressure shot. It's going to be Kaka gets it up.
Oh, there's an angry wolf on the base, and he's killing stuff.
Yep, there you go. One rack down. Paparazzi. There's a lot of TPs forced to this guy. Moogie coming in as well. Hook shot off the mark. Nice dodge from Paparazzi there. And is able to get himself out. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, they have managed to find themselves a piece of disrupted pie, but actually, it might be a pie for them as they are taken down onto the high ground. They caught Ori, but now he pops out the BKB, turning it around to Kaka. Kaka's going to have to run out of this one. He thought he caught himself with Shadow Fiend, but instead the Shadow Fiend caught him. Now 11. Disruptor going to be the first fatality of this fight. With Faith coming forward, Moogie popping the BKB, trying to dish out some damage, and 11 will go down once that bird time is off. Lotus Orb's not going to save you this time, buddy. Moogie down to the low ground. Now no more BKB, but Shadow Fiend, I believe, has used his as well, so with that 40% cooldown though, it's not going to be back in too much longer. Look at Paparazzi here. Look at this cheeky little doggy. When's the go time though? It needs to be quick because the whole team's coming back for you.
I get the slight feeling they know. At least they spotted him at some point, but he's still sitting around here. He wants a T-Force.
And he's going to be like, oh hey Moogie. Oh hey Paparazzi, how's it going? Yeah, not bad.
Don't mind me. Just chilling here.
Yeah.
There's totally no push going on. Don't worry. But they actually look for him and they find him in the trees.
His friends, yeah. Oh no, this is looking kind of bad. Yep, just going to wait that lasso out, and he's even got a refresher shot should he need it. And no, they're going to use the lasso for now. They're just going to grab him up. There we go. Wait for him to break through the cogs, then lasso him, and that will be a nice, neat little kill for Newbiee here. Paparazzi may have to be taken into the locker room for that one, and are you sure that was the best idea, the best play you could have made in that certain situation there?
Yeah, it looks a little bit, it's a little bit questionable. On the other hand, if you...
I mean, on the other hand, the risk was worth the reward. Sorry, the reward was worth the risk for sure, because if they hadn't come back that moment and he could have jumped in, whilst the creeps were on the high ground, able to take out some a tier 3 and possibly even mega creep them, that would have been pretty insane. So I think weighing things up, it would have been worth it. And he knew the risks by sitting there, and I think he knew that, you know, there was no way he'd TP out if the Batrider came, so... Calculated risk.
Still have that refresher shot on Mugi on the TP, and look how much damage they do to tower themselves now.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, they've moved it across the TV now.
Yeah, or
I wanted to see... Yeah, and we'll be successful in taking a tier 3, but I think Newbiee are looking to threaten a little bit more now, as we're moving into the 50th minute in this game. I didn't expect this when I saw these drafts. Either Terrorblade runs away with it, or ViCi managed to push their way through everything, but SCCC, whose Hex is that? Is that Ori's Hex? It is. Spellcaster Shadow Fiend, and that is a 13-second, never mind, we have the, oh no, immediately interrupted. And now BKB's pop from SCCC up onto the high ground. No Lasso anymore. Aegis up on the Viper. They do cheese up on Moogie. Refresh it as well. Oh, this is not good TP. Paparazzi never look like this. Oh my god, he gets caught once again. He's inside the coast, but where is his teammate trying to come in? But it's too late. Paparazzi's dead. They are able to get the return kill onto Moogie, however. SCCC isn't looking too healthy himself. He's dead. He just popped. Faith might just give up on his teammate here as Fenrir waiting in the wings to get that Maledict off. And now the force stuff, everything is used, and they are able to take him out. Batten stuck inside the disruptor ulti, but no issue there really, and Kaka will back out, so somehow, some way, I mean, if you kill Moogie at the start of the fight, what are you gonna do? Faith is dead, and Lanham is unstoppable. Uh-oh, this is it, right? This is over. No way can Newbiee defend this. They don't have buybacks. And Paparazzi's just realised, it's just clicked, the ball's dropped, it's over. Well, here we go. Death push mid, ViCi Gaming. Yeah, it's like playing chicken. And here we go, coming down the middle lane. It was a dieback from the from someone. And we have the if Kaka dies just like this, it could be over. They're gonna look at the mega creeps first, so they're playing it safe. They're not gonna go again the game yet.
After, like, they can go to end the game,
that's what I was thinking, but then, oh no, Lasso is immediately destroyed. However, they do have the Refresher Shard back onto the Batrider again. It's been changing hands like it's a hot button this game. And in comes Kaka, he's got another one, but he is actually just killed. He's just flat out dead. He's got buyback, will use it. Ori coming up onto the high ground, coming into the base to got this ulti. Ori, what are you doing? He's giving his life for the cause right now, but is able to blink out somehow. And finally, it does look like the Ancient will fall. There is nothing for Newbiee. Like spectacular fashion, my lord. What a game.
It's pretty phenomenal.
Right. Yes.